How to Program Your Subconscious Mind. A complete explanation of the book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, by Joseph Murphy. The subconscious mind is capable of solving sorts of psychological problems, such as phobias, social anxiety, stress, and some annoying obsessions and negative thoughts that are stuck in our minds and that we cannot get rid of. All these problems, your subconscious mind can solve. Not only that, but it is also capable of solving physical problems. In this video, we will talk about the power of the subconscious mind, and more importantly, how to control our subconscious mind. We will explain the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by the wonderful and kind author Joseph Murphy in this video. You might need a cup of coffee or your favorite drink, though. Let's enjoy. Before we begin, thank you for understanding my modest Arabic pronunciation. This is the Arabic version of the original channel to ensure that the information reaches everyone. Welcome, dear viewer. The channel briefly is that I read a book and explain it to you in full detail, not as a summary or a review, but as a detailed explanation. So if you want to benefit from reading without having to read the book yourself, subscribe to the channel. Scientists, my dear viewer, have divided the mind into three sections: the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. In this video, we will talk about the subconscious mind. The conscious mind, briefly, is the mind that perceives all that is around it through the senses. It is the mind you use daily. This is the conscious mind. As for the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind, let's combine them because they are related to each other. One stores data, and the other controls it. Generally, we combine them into the concept of the subconscious mind. The shocking thing, my dear viewer, is that some studies say you use your conscious mind only 5% of the time. Imagine, only 5%, while 95% of your time is used by your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is active during this percentage. Let me clarify what the subconscious mind is. Subconscious mind is responsible for all the actions you perform unconsciously. One of the biggest examples of this is breathing. Inhale, exhale. These processes are controlled by your subconscious mind, not your conscious mind. Also, blinking and involuntary hand movements like scratching your face or sweating. And by the way, this is a mistake. We are in the era of COVID-19, and we should avoid touching our faces. These are all examples of the responsibilities of the subconscious mind. But you should know that the conscious mind is the one that determines the actions you are fully aware of. Some people think that everything they do is through their awareness, but the truth is that 95% of your behaviors are unconscious and controlled by the subconscious mind. So when I ask you, which is stronger, the mind that controls 5% of your actions, or the mind that controls 95% of your action? The answer is clear. The subconscious mind is much stronger than the conscious mind. Let me mention some fundamental differences between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. 1. The conscious mind is very smart and has the ability to perceive actions and distinguish between right and wrong. However, its memory is very weak. For example, if I give you a number like 0, the conscious mind will remember it only for about 5 seconds at most. And if you use your hearing, will not exceed 15 seconds. After that, this number is stored in a limited area and then fades away. 2. The conscious mind can use some memories from the subconscious mind to retrieve them, but its ability to store memories does not exceed 15 seconds. All the memories you have, whether you can recall them or not, are in the subconscious mind. 3. The conscious mind is extremely weak in terms of its influence on you, whether psychologically, physically, or in your surroundings. For example, when you tell yourself, "I am happy," this statement from the conscious mind does not actually affect your psychology if you are truly sad. If you say to yourself, "I am very confident," that does not make you truly confident. The same applies to other examples like phobias, where you are afraid of something specific. For example, when you say to yourself, "I am happy," you may not actually be happy if you are lying and sad. The subconscious mind does not just respond to the conscious mind's statements. It is the one that affects you psychologically and physically, and shapes your behaviors and action. The subconscious mind, although it does not distinguish between right and wrong, has a strong memory. Everything that has passed through your five senses is stored in the subconscious memory. Sounds, images, smells, and even languages you have learned, all are stored there. However, because the conscious mind is weak in retrieving this information, you may not remember everything. The subconscious mind can also affect your body. For example, pseudosciasis is a condition where the subconscious mind is convinced that a woman is pregnant, leading to actual pregnancy symptoms. Additionally, the subconscious mind can cause stress, anxiety, and even physical effects like allergies or shortness of breath. The subconscious mind can also control the circumstances around you by influencing your thoughts and actions. We should not confuse this ability with myths or legends. The subconscious mind relies on thoughts and influences reality through them. Now, how can we control the subconscious mind? The subconscious mind receives information from the conscious mind. When you tell yourself that you are happy or that you are free from phobias, the subconscious mind believes this information and begins to apply it. This means that controlling the subconscious mind requires awareness and repetition of the concepts you want to embed. This means that this is the power of your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind may not believe this information unless it is repeated to it. And here is the secret we overlooked, which was the cause of all the psychological suffering we experienced, which came from the subconscious mind. The power of repetition is the technique you use with your conscious mind. Feed your subconscious mind with the information you want. And if you are someone who likes conspiracies, I would like to tell you that you are one of the victims of conspiracies due to the power of repetition. There are entities that have repeated information to you, and your subconscious mind believed it, and you began to align with it and circulate it in your life. I will prove it to you now. There are often many products in your room. Among the products that are heavily promoted in advertisements, like hair shampoo, which might be Head & Shoulders, or Clear, or Pantene. Toothpaste might be Sensodyne, or Crest, or Colgate. Your toothbrush, dear viewer, may be, or is highly likely to be, the lotion you use, coffee you drink, the restaurant you always order from, the telecommunications company you are subscribed to, clothing brands you wear, your car and your phone, and the products we talk about, and many others like Dettol, are likely present in your life. The reason for this is that you are a victim of advertising and the power of repetition. There are many examples, and many are difficult to enumerate. If you start thinking about everything you live in your life, including thoughts, beliefs, principles, and future plans, you will find that you have largely put them through the power of repetition. We often see that if someone's father was a police officer, his son often becomes a police officer. And if his mother was a university lecturer or teacher, often the daughter becomes a teacher or lecturer. We often see children influenced by their parents, and the reason for that is that the scene was repeated to them. But these ideas became their own, and they embraced them. Power of repetition, if you realize it and know how to use it correctly, will change a lot in your life. There is a film called Focus, one of the best and most creative films made by Will Smith. A warning here, there is a slight spoiler for those who have not seen the film. YouTube provides a nice feature that you can use to skip this part. The idea is that Will Smith was a member of a criminal organization. He used the blind spot technique to steal from anyone. The blind spot technique is used by magicians to convince people that they are sorcerers and that they have jinn. But in the end, it is just tricks used by the organization. In one of the amazing scenes in the film, Will Smith was attending an American football game with his girlfriend in a VIP lounge. And there was a very wealthy man who was addicted to gambling. This wealthy man was betting on football games, and every time Will Smith lost the bet, he would say double nothing, meaning he would bet double the amount he initially bet. The amount kept doubling until it reached $1 million, and Will Smith lost the $1 million. When he lost the million, his girlfriend shook him and asked him to stop, but he proposed double nothing again. Eventually, the wealthy man agreed to the bet, but Will Smith suggested betting on a number of the players in the field. But instead of him stating the number, he said that his girlfriend would say it. The wealthy man considered it a big gamble. but his girlfriend agreed after Will Smith insisted. When his girlfriend chose a number, she did not know the number, but she noticed one of the organization members in the field. When she told Will Smith the number was 55, the wealthy man was astonished when he realized that the number was the same one he had chosen. His girlfriend explained that the organization had been sending messages to his subconscious mind since he arrived in the city. Everything was carrying the number 55, from the hotel to the cars and advertisements, even the music playing in the background. So, when the betting moment arrived, the number 55 was familiar to his subconscious mind, so he chose it. My dear viewer, this is not just a cinematic scene or fiction. It is a reality. Most of us are victims of repetition, and many details of your life might be due to repeated messages to your subconscious mind. Therefore, it is recommended for positive people to avoid reading negative phrases and thoughts, because repetition, whether conscious or unconscious, greatly affects our lives. For example, Netflix repeats very dangerous messages, such as sexual obsession and sexual deviation. Repeated messages to your subconscious mind, despite your rejection of them, become normal and affect you. Therefore, I completely boycott any series or film produced by this company. There is no objection to subscribing and watching the movies you like, but beware of films produced by the company. I return to the subject of repetition. Repetition does not necessarily have to be in the form I presented to you, but it can be through unconscious things. For example, you might wake up one day and say, "I feel sad today." Then talk to your family and say, "I feel sad today." Then you might tweet a sad tweet or retweet a sad tweet. Then listen to a sad song. And when you sleep, the next day you tell your friends, "I was sad yesterday." Then you watch a sad movie and you start remembering sad things. And you continue to repeat this state until your subconscious mind convinces itself that you are sad. You enter into endless cycles of sadness. If you decide that you are sad, you will become sad. And if you repeat that you are wealthy, you will become wealthy. And if you decide that you are poor and incapable, you will not be able to achieve what you want. So, try to use the repetition technique positively to affect your subconscious mind. And do not repeat negative phrases. Repeat positive phrases like, "I am happy, I am cheerful, I am fine, I am blessed. Life is beautiful. My life is beautiful. And the future, I will live beautiful." Repeat positive phrases. Your subconscious mind can even influence your external circumstances. When it adopts a certain idea and believes it, it starts to affect you and make you act based on this idea. I will give you a simple example that might clarify the issue and make you agree with me. When you compare a negative person who believes that life is gloomy and their future is dark, and that they are incapable of achieving anything, with another positive person who believes that life is full of hope and believes that God will ease everything for them, you will find that the negative person will not strive in life as the positive person will. The reason is that their subconscious mind believed the negative idea and reflected it on their reality, affecting their actions. On the other hand, the positive person will continue to try until they reach opportunities that may bring about change in their life. When I explained the book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind on Instagram, I mentioned an example that many of us might have experienced. When we go to ask our parents for money, sometimes we go with the conviction that they will agree, even if the amount is large or the request is difficult, and they often agree. However, when we ask for a smaller amount or a simple need, but we are internally convinced of a refusal, they actually refuse. The reason for this is the subconscious mind. You are convinced that they will agree, even if the request is difficult. It will make you handle the idea positively, making you put in more effort to persuade them until they agree. But if you're convinced of a refusal, you will give up quickly. I will end with a short story mentioned by Joseph Murphy, which still sticks in my mind. He says that one day he was leaving university and he was with one of his students. They passed by a store selling expensive brand-name bags, and the student stopped to admire a displayed bag. After a while, she said to him, "Even though I love this bag, I know I won't be able to get it because it is too expensive." He told her, "Reverse the sentence." She asked him, "What do you mean?" He said, "Say, I will get that bag." She said, "But it is too expensive." He said, "Just reverse the sentence and repeat it and you will see." He told her to reverse any negative sentence in her life to a positive sentence and repeat it, and it would become part of her reality. After a while, the student came back and told him that she got the bag she had been wishing for as a gift from her friend for her birthday. This proves that the idea you repeat to your subconscious mind can come true in unexpected ways. The conclusion I want you to take from this talk is that the thoughts and phrases you repeat to your subconscious mind will be believed over time and will reflect on your reality. Personally, I went through the same experience. I used to suffer from a fear of flying and a fear of death that lasted for years. But thanks to repeating the idea, "Nothing is wrong with me. I am calm, I am healthy, I got rid of this problem." And here we have reached the end of this beautiful and kind book. If you liked it and think that someone might benefit from it, share it with them. And the like you give me expresses your thanks and gratitude. As I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to benefit from reading without having to read, subscribe to the channel. This concludes today's dose of dopamine, and until we meet next week with a more beautiful and better dose. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your precious time. Peace be upon you. Now I leave you to relax, meditate, and organize your thoughts while you enjoy your coffee. Until the next video, God willing.